Hi and welcome to Tapping 101. This video is going to be very short and it's just going to cover the essential tapping spots and where you should start and how you should go around in the sequence. The sequence is totally up to you, but this is the common way that it's done. So tapping is also known as emotional freedom technique. And if you'd like to know more about that, you can certainly ask me and find out. I do have a worksheet that goes with it, but I just wanted to show you the physical tapping ways that people tap. So we often start with what is called the karate chop. You can do it on this hand or you can do it on this hand. It doesn't really matter. You want to start by tapping a little bit. You can use all 4 fingers, you can use 2 fingers, it doesn't really matter. And this is where you start and you start telling your story. So I've picked money because money seems to be universal and lots of people like to tap on money, but you can tap on a whole variety of different subjects, from anxiety, overwhelm, money, relationships, parenting, health problems, physical ailments, like physical pain, and all of that kind of stuff. So, anything that's sort of on your mind, try tapping out and see how you do. You never know. So what you want to do is to take two deep cleansing breaths. So you start in and out of your nose. So you do. So do 2 of those before you begin. Give yourself a good cleanse. Relax. Let yourself just be. You start with the karate chop and you start tapping here. Then you're going to move on to your eyes. Some do the corner. I like to just do the top of the eyebrows, the outside of the eyes, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and that little divot in your chin, your collarbone, number 6, under your arm, or ladies where your bra strap goes, number 7, and then finally on your top of your head, number 8. So I don't always count the karate chop as number 1 because for me, I sort of feel like that's where you start your story and then you go through and tap. I like to tap in a few different ways. You can, when you get good at it or when you're comfortable, even if that's from the beginning, you can tap out a whole story. The idea behind the karate chop tapping is to bring up any emotion, any feeling, whether it be physical, mental, in your soul, emotional, whatever is inside of you, bring that to the surface. Because what you want to do is bring your doubts, your fears, your anxieties, your overwhelms to the surface. And then you want to connect that emotion with your body. And then you want to turn it around and make it into something more positive. So almost a solution, if you will. And that's how I like to tap, because I'm very driven on changing your emotional self and leveling yourself up the emotional scale. The bottom of the emotional scale would be grief and fear and those kinds of emotion, and the very top of the scale is joy and love. And then there's so many, as you can imagine, emotions that go up the scale. Satisfaction is right in the beginning, right in the middle. That's where you're like totally in satisfaction. You're thankful and you're feeling good, and then you try to level it up from there. So just try to get up the emotional scale just a little bit every time. So as I always tell people that I'm coaching or that I'm teaching this to, the best way, people say, how much do you tap? Well, you can tap once in the morning when you wake up, or once in the morning, once in the evening, or at your lunchtime, or however you want to do it. I personally drink a lot of water, and people think it's funny, but when I sit on the toilet to go pee, I just do a little tapping. It's 30 seconds. 30 seconds 5 times a day. Can you imagine? You put all that together every day. You are dealing with your emotions. You are healing inside. So let's get started. I'm going to do money. So say you're in debt. Say you're in debt to a credit card, and it's really like you're staying awake at night because you are worrying about paying your credit card, not only the minimum payment, but then you want to also knock some of it out because it's really bringing down your financial life, right? And you're afraid that maybe if you miss a paycheck, that that'll be it. If you can't pay that, and then your credit gets bad, and all the things that go along with that sort of thing. So it's sort of a tangible problem that people can relate to. So we would start by tapping out the story. Even though I'm $20,000 in debt, and even though that makes me feel so totally awful about myself, I feel like such a failure. I feel like, how did this even happen? Why am I in such debt? Like, what is it that I needed so bad to put on a credit card, and I am now being charged monstrous interest for? That credit card was supposed to be for emergencies, or if I needed to book something and then to pay it right off. I mean, I had all these good intentions. So what happened? Why am I so in debt? Now I can't sleep at night. I'm bickering with my partner. I can't think of anything except these stupid payments I have to pay every month on top of everything else I have to pay. I am so sick of this credit card debt. What will I ever do? I feel like I have let myself down. I have let my family down, and I am a failure. I know better than that. So you can start with this story. I just totally made that up. But, and then you can go to your tapping spots. And you can say something about your credit card debt that doesn't equate it, because you are not your credit card debt. Although you may feel like you are, you're not. And so the only way to get away from that credit card debt is to actually make yourself feel better about it and not be in a scarcity mindset, right? So you can tap on the spots and say, I am not my credit card debt. I did not do this on purpose. This got away from me. I can fix this. I know how to do it. It will come to me. I can make the money to pay this off. I'm cutting that credit card up. And then, so you can go along and do those sorts of things. Then I like to do another round with a positive affirmation, right? You really want to build yourself up. I am awesome. I have a great job. I am so smart. I have the potential to make all kinds of money. I will get this debt paid off. I am going to feel amazing when that credit card gets paid off. I will not lose one more wink of sleep over that credit card. I got this. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm so amazing. I'm awesome. I'm so amazing, and I am so awesome. And then you can take 2 more or 3 more deep cleansing breaths out of your nose. And feel totally relaxed. Now I've taken, it looks like about 8 minutes to explain all this, but once you get it down pat, you could really go through that in 30 seconds. And if you already know your story and you have done your story, you can just tap out the positive affirmations. You can just tap out, anything that you're doing. Say you can't sleep at night. So say you've already done the whole story, but you just say, like, you have insomnia, you lay in bed and you cannot get to sleep. You can just tap out and say, my mind is going to be so quiet tonight. I can't wait to get into bed. My bed is going to be so cozy. When I curl up to that pillow and in those blankets, I am going to just sink in it like it's a big bed of marshmallows. I love my bed. Sleep comes easily to me. I am so rested and relaxed. I forgot my collarbone. I am so rested and relaxed. Like, you could just do that while you're going pee if you're trying to do it, or you have 10 seconds while you're doing something, waiting for something in the microwave, or on a commercial break from a TV show or something like that. So that is my Tapping 101 Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as EFT. I'm Tressa Haney. You can find me on social media at Mastering Her 40s, all one word, and 40s is spelled out. So bye for now and have a great day.